General Hospital spoilers. Scout Heartbroken blames Drew for not seeing Monica before her death. The walls of the Quartermaine mansion have seen decades of tragedy, triumph, betrayals, and bittersweet reunions. But in the coming weeks on General Hospital, the family matriarch's death changes everything. Monica Quartermaine's passing doesn't just leave a void in Port Charles, it cracks the very foundation of her fractured family. Among the mourners is her granddaughter Scout Kane, who carries the heaviest burden of all, resentment and heartbreak toward her father, Drew Kane. Spoilers hint that Scout will lash out in ways that shock even those closest to her, unleashing a storm of emotions that could reshape not only her relationship with Drew, but the future of the entire Quartermaine dynasty. Spoilers confirm that Monica's health quietly deteriorated in recent months, but as always, she faced it with dignity and strength. Yet, just like so many Quartermaine tragedies, her final chapter was far from simple. Jason, Ned, Brooklyn, and Tracy all rushed to her side in her last days, ensuring that her legacy was honored. But Drew, caught up in his own battles, wasn't there in time. Whether because of work, danger, or distractions connected to his past, Drew's absence left a mark. By the time he arrived, Monica was gone. That single missed moment becomes the center of a firestorm, and spoilers tease that Scout takes it harder than anyone expects. Scout may still be young, but she's been forced to grow up fast. Losing her grandmother, the one person who embodied stability in a life filled with chaos, devastates her. Spoilers say she'll cling to memories of Monica's kindness, her quiet words of encouragement, the way she shielded Scout from the endless Quartermaine infighting, and her unwavering love. But as grief morphs into anger, Scout zeroes in on the one person she believes could have prevented her devastation, her father. If Drew had been there earlier, she argues, Monica wouldn't have been alone in her last moments. Scout convinces herself that Drew chose other priorities over saying goodbye, and in her eyes, that is unforgivable. This storyline doesn't just play out in whispers, it erupts in fiery confrontation. For Drew, Monica's death reopens old wounds. He already struggles with his identity, his missing memories, and his place in the Quartermaine family. Monica had always accepted him unconditionally, reminding him that he was her son, Jason's twin, yes, but still his own man. Losing her crushes Drew. But what hurts even more is realizing Scout blames him. Spoilers indicate Drew will spiral into guilt. He'll replay the moment he got the call, the decisions that delayed him, and the excuses that now ring hollow. Could he have done more? Was his absence just bad timing, or was it negligence born of putting his WSB missions and obligations above family? The guilt gnaws at him, but Scout's rejection cuts deepest of all. No Quartermaine tragedy is complete without a family war. Tracy Quartermaine, always sharp-tongued, wastes no time reminding Drew of his failures. She'll call him selfish, accusing him of abandoning Monica when she needed him most. Brooklyn, however, may defend Drew, pointing out that Monica never held grudges and would never want Scout to resent her father. Ned, caught between his loyalty to family and his compassion, urges peace, but his words may not carry weight in the chaos. As for Jason, Monica's most complicated child, his grief mixes with complicated feelings toward his brother. Some spoilers tease Jason may lash out at Drew as well, blaming him not only for Monica's deathbed absence, but for disrupting Scout's healing process with his guilt. The heart of the storyline lies in Scout's anger. In a pivotal upcoming episode, spoilers tease that Scout will explode at Drew during Monica's memorial. In front of the entire family, she'll accuse him of abandoning her grandmother and, by extension, abandoning her. "You weren't there, Dad. She needed you, and you weren't there." Her words, though raw and youthful, strike with the weight of truth. The Quartermaines, stunned into silence, watch as Drew stands broken, unable to defend himself. Even those who sympathize with him can't deny that Scout's pain is real and powerful. This moment shifts Scout from being a background player in Quartermaine dramas to a central emotional force. Her grief-fueled accusations ripple through every storyline, changing how Drew, Jason, and even Sam navigate the aftermath. Sam McCall finds herself in an impossible position. As Scout's mother, her priority is her daughter's emotional well-being. But she also understands Drew's pain and doesn't want to alienate him further. Spoilers suggest Sam will attempt to mediate, reminding Scout that grief makes people lash out. But Scout's response shocks her mother. "You always defend him. You always give him a pass. But Grandma doesn't get another chance because of him." The wedge between Scout and Drew threatens to widen, leaving Sam torn. Should she encourage Scout to forgive, or allow her daughter to process her pain on her own terms? Sam's choices could impact her co-parenting relationship with Drew permanently. Jason Morgan, grieving the loss of his mother, finds himself pulled into Scout's anger. Though he rarely voices emotions, spoilers suggest Jason will quietly agree with Scout's accusations. He, too, believes Drew should have made it in time. This alignment between Jason and Scout deepens Drew's isolation, making him question his place in the family all over again. Yet Jason isn't without conflict. Monica always wanted her sons united. By siding with Scout, Jason risks dishonoring her memory. Will he realize too late that his silence toward Drew feeds the cycle of resentment? No soap matriarch departs without leaving behind a legacy. Spoilers hint that Monica left letters for her family, words of love, advice, and perhaps even confessions. One letter addressed to Scout may soften her pain, reminding her that Monica understood how fleeting time can be and that love doesn't die with a person's last breath. Another letter addressed to Drew could change everything. If Monica wrote of her unconditional love for him, acknowledging his sacrifices and forgiving any absence, Scout may eventually realize she misdirected her blame. But for now, those letters serve as ticking time bombs, waiting to be discovered and read at the most dramatic moment possible. The emotional core of this storyline isn't just about Monica's death, it's about the battle for Scout's forgiveness. Drew will do everything in his power to rebuild trust, from recounting memories of Monica to promising never to let Scout down again. But actions speak louder than words, and Scout isn't ready to forgive so easily. Spoilers tease Scout may even pull away from Drew completely, preferring to spend more time with Jason or Ned instead. This choice could devastate Drew, leading to fears that he's losing his daughter for good. In a cruel twist, grief that should unite father and daughter instead threatens to sever their bond permanently. Expect emotional flashbacks of Monica in her prime, her voice guiding Drew, comforting Scout, and reminding the Quartermaines of what family means. These flashbacks serve not only as a tribute to Leslie Charleston's legendary run on the show, but also as narrative anchors, showing viewers how deeply Monica influenced every character. For Scout, hearing Monica's words in memory or dreams may eventually soften her anger, reminding her that Monica never wanted resentment to define the Quartermaine legacy. While Monica's memorial delivers the initial heartbreak, spoilers suggest the aftermath spans months. Scout's resentment toward Drew may lead her down a rebellious path, aligning her with unexpected allies. Could she bond with someone like Brooke Lynn, who understands feeling abandoned by a parent? Or might she find comfort in Jason's stoic presence, creating a wedge between brothers? Meanwhile, Drew's attempts to win Scout back could push him into dangerous territory. Spoilers tease he might throw himself into risky missions, desperate to prove his worth. But will his need to redeem himself only endanger him further, leaving Scout once again terrified of losing a parent? This storyline taps into classic soap tropes. Missed goodbyes, a character failing to reach a loved one before their death, sparking guilt and anger. Generational conflict, a child lashing out at a parent, forcing growth and painful self-reflection. Family legacy. Monica's influence extends beyond her life, shaping the Quartermaines' choices even after death. Letters from Beyond, a matriarch's final words altering relationships from the grave. It's emotional, messy, and deeply human, the essence of General Hospital. Spoilers hint that the path to forgiveness won't be easy. Scout may resist Drew's efforts for months, keeping her walls high. But eventually, Monica's legacy and Drew's persistence could break through. Perhaps a dangerous moment, Drew risking his life for Scout, will remind her how much he truly loves her. Or maybe Monica's final letter will arrive at the perfect moment, urging Scout to see her father not as a failure, but as a man who loves her more than anything. Until then, the heartbreak remains raw. Scout's journey through grief is just beginning, and the Quartermain family must navigate the storm together, or risk splintering forever. The fallout from Monica Quartermain's death will ripple through General Hospital for months. Scout's anger at Drew becomes the central emotional conflict, testing father-daughter bonds, reshaping family alliances, and forcing everyone to confront what Monica's legacy truly means. For fans, it's a painful but powerful storyline that honors the character while setting the stage for the next generation of Quartermains to take center stage. And in true soap fashion, forgiveness may come, but only after tears, accusations, and a reckoning that leaves no heart untouched.